Hello everyone, I'm Yuki Washington from CBS 3 and welcome to Studio A. This is where it happens for us. This is where the news anchors, the sports anchors, the meteorologists all come together to bring you what you see on your television. What you do not see though is behind the scenes, behind the cameras. There are some very special people back here and believe you me, from the heart, we can't do it without them.
2 minutes out.
And one of the very best is Diane Feinberg. She's our stage manager and our rock.
What you don't often know is that the anchor needs an anchor. And so for me, that anchor has been Diane Feinberg.
Okay, guys, we're at the touch.
And stage managers are the critical professional who moves you from one place in the newscast to the next. They're the ones who help you make it flawless and seamless.
From the minute I walked in the door here at the station, she embraced me. She showed me the ropes. She's always calm.
Stay there, bump shot coming out.
Diane has been a part of the CBS 3 family for 45 years. She's worked on the sets of The Mike Douglas Show, Evening Live, People Are Talking, and Talk Philly. Diane was a camera operator in 1979 when Pope John Paul II visited Philadelphia. Fast forward 36 years to 2015, when Pope Francis also visited Philadelphia. Diane was there again, this time as stage manager guiding us through this historic event.
Pope Francis comes to visit. It's my first time anchoring. He starts blessing some children at the airport. I start crying on TV. Then Pat Shiraki starts crying, and then I look for some help from the people in the booth, and Di's crying. I thought, well, this is going down real fast. And they still gave me the anchoring job. I looked over every once in a while thinking, please help me. And she just always had a smile on her face and was just like, okay, we can get through this, we can get through this. And we did.
Diane was also in the field for other major events like the Democratic National Convention in 2016. And she was on the road with us during our new summer tradition, Summerfest. She is in our Great Hall each year for the Alex's Lemonade Stand Foundation and Ronald McDonald House Charities telethons. Diane is a steady presence behind the scenes, and CBS 3 wouldn't be the same without her.
From day one, I knew that Diane was a true professional. She knew how to work the talent. She knew how to deal with guests. She knew how to deal with the control room. I also knew that if I had to throw her a curveball at the last second, she could deal with it. So anytime I needed Diane to be that true professional, I know I could count on her to get the job done.
Now you get a sense of why I, for years, have affectionately called her Lady Di. She truly is television royalty. Please welcome Diane Feinberg into the Broadcast Pioneers Hall of Fame.
I'd like to thank you, Broadcast Pioneers, for this honor. Thanks to Joanne Calabria for nominating me, for my CBS 3 friends for the amazing video, especially producer Kathy Malik, editor Craig Ruxton, and Yuki. Congratulations also to my fellow honorees, many of whom I've had the pleasure of working with. I wish I could say that I had a plan for my career, but I didn't. What I did have was inspiration, education, and support. My earliest inspiration was from our local children's programming. I love Sally Starr, Chief Halftown, and my absolute favorite, Bertie the Bunyip. Later, it was Bandstand, sports, Ed Sullivan, the live coverage of President Kennedy's funeral, and the moon landing. Simply by turning on the television in my row house living room, I had a window to the world, and it was magical. I wanted to be part of making that magic, but how? By having parents who never said, girls can't do that. By having teachers at Girls High who always said, girls can do that. And by being an RTF student at Temple, taking great hands-on classes in every aspect of television production, often taught by working professionals. By starting my career at Channel 3 in 1973, where I was welcomed by an incredible group of the most talented people in every department, and shown by them through example and challenge how to become a professional. In the male-dominated newsroom, Marcia Rose, Trudy Haynes, Jessica Savage, Orion Reed showed me grace under pressure. Annamico Merkin, Paulette Douglas, Jane Mahalik, my crewmates in production gave me strength and determination. Pride in our craft I learned from Bernie Lehman, always helping me improve my camera skills. Challenging me to believe in my abilities came from my boss, Ron Little. He was crazy, but I loved him. Always raising the bar, assigning me to positions, often on the Mike Douglas Show, never before done by a woman. My union, IATSE 804, showed me respect by guaranteeing from my first day equal pay for equal work. There's a concept. Big changes came to me and the television industry in the 80s. I gave birth to 2 children. Broadcast TV gave birth to cable. Both favored in my work status, going from full-time to freelance. Freelancing gave me control over when and what I worked. I had a blast when Nickelodeon came to WHYY to tape 3 new kids' game shows, the most well-known Double Dare. My friends at Banyan Production produced beautiful cooking and home shows for Discovery Channel. I also appreciated the chance to work with the skilled technicians and talent from almost all of Philadelphia's local stations. And I got a big thrill when I was at Channel 6 when I worked with Chief Halftown on his show, and Dick Clark when he came back to tape a special. But the best was always being able to come back to Channel 3, my TV home, where I still am today, and have the pleasure of working with my colleagues who became dear friends, like Dave Grimm, Yuki Washington, and of course, Pat Cherokee, and work with them on incredible events like Pope Francis's visit and the Democratic National Convention. Well, you are all familiar with the expression, behind every good woman is a good man. Well, mine is my husband, Robert. We met as RTF students, and he has been by my side ever since, helping me, I'm usually behind the camera, helping me navigate hard career decisions, especially when we had children. Together, we managed to juggle our work and the kids' schedule. It was important for me to show them that it is possible to have both a fulfilling career and a happy home life. Thank you, honey. I couldn't have done it without you. And thanks also to my children, Carrie and Derek. They have always been my biggest cheerleaders. Well, except maybe for the time, well, maybe it was a couple of times that they were the last to be picked up at school on an early dismissal day because I was stuck at the station doing snow coverage. Other than that, it's been magical. Thank you very much.